Hey everybody, it's Brina. I hope all is well, and I pray you had a good Thanksgiving celebration. I realize that it may have been a celebration that's a little bit different than what we're accustomed to. It certainly was different for me, but nevertheless, I hope it was a good time of celebration where we could just pause and thank God for all of the blessings that He's given us, how He's kept us even in these challenging times, that we're still blessed and God is still good. So I hope you had a chance to just reflect on that last Thanksgiving. And thank you as always for tuning in to the Midweek Motivation. I appreciate your support. The word for today is coming from Hebrews chapter 13, verses 15 and 16, and I'm going to read from the New International Version. And it says, "Through Jesus, therefore, let us continually offer to God a sacrifice of praise, the fruit of lips that confess his name." And verse 16 is where I really want to focus. "And do not forget to do good and to share with others, for with such sacrifice God is pleased." And the commentator of this Life Application Bible says this about verse 16. Acts of kindness and sharing are particularly pleasing to God, even when they go unnoticed by others. This word, and the word for today, by the way, is share. The word for today is share. And this word came to me last week as we were preparing for Thanksgiving, and I had the TV on and the news was on, and there was a story about how this holiday season there are so many more people who are in need of food from food banks and food pantries. And they showed a particular city where there were just lines of cars wrapped around this building waiting to get a box of food so that they could eat on Thanksgiving. And to see these people who before were not in need and now they are, they're finding themselves in an economic dire strait because of the pandemic, and they've lost jobs and their hours have been cut back. And so these people are now in need of a food bank to get their everyday sustenance. And it just really hurt my heart to see and to recognize that by the grace of God, that could be any of us waiting in a food line. So the word for today is share. And I encourage all of us who have abundance of food, if you have a refrigerator full of food, if you had leftovers from Thanksgiving, you had to figure out what to do with, you're blessed. Amen. And so it's incumbent upon us to share with those who may be struggling in this season, just to share whatever resources and gifts we may have. And as the commentator said, even if our acts of kindness go unnoticed, we don't do them for people to be seen of men, right? But we do them to be a blessing to others. So in this season of giving, Thanksgiving and Christmas, we're all about giving, and that's wonderful. But I want us to think beyond Thanksgiving and Christmas. People still have to eat after Christmas. Consider what you can do on a regular basis to share your abundance with other people who are in need, people who may not be living on the street, and we still have to address homelessness as well. We still need to make sure that we take care of all of those in need. So not just the homeless, but for those who just the working poor, they work, they may not be able to work enough hours or their jobs have been cut because of where we are economically with the virus and everything. So just consider how you can be a blessing and share, that's the word, share your abundance with someone else. So I hope that encourages you. I hope that blesses you. And thanks as always for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Take care and God bless.